Guys, what's up and welcome back. We are working on the Blue Mark 1 today. We have gotten it to its first test drive. I've actually been driving it around quite a bit, not super legal, but we've been driving it. I had a bunch of issues with the front brake calipers. I was trying to run Girling 60 front brake calipers on it, which is better known as a G60 front caliper, but they actually didn't come on a G60. The rotors came on a G60. It's very confusing. But if you guys are interested in a big brake kit, OEM big brake kit for really cheap, Girling 60 is a great setup for you. However, I just couldn't fit them with these wheels, with these offsets. You can run them on 15s, but with these offsets, because I've got quite a little bit of lip on the front of these wheels, I wasn't able to run them. I could run them if I was running the D90s, that would have worked perfect, but with these wheels I couldn't. Anyways, boring brake stuff. I've got Girling 54 front calipers on this car right now, and those seem to be working pretty good. So I got all the brakes plumbed and ready to go. The Mark IV rear calipers that were on this car were seized. Even though they were brand new, they had been collapsed for so long that they just wouldn't come back out. I took them apart, rebuilt them, put them back together, and they weren't bleeding correctly and they weren't going in and out correctly, so I just bought brand new ones. So I've got brand new brake calipers, rotors, everything's brand new for braking. I ran all the brake lines with the Wilwood pedal cluster finally. That's been mostly my biggest hiccup with this car, is not wanting to run the brake lines. And then I just put like 3 hours in and they were all ran and it was fine. It wasn't even a big deal. So now I have all four wheels braking properly, because for the longest time I only ran one brake line from the brake pedal cluster to the front wheel, and that was it. So I had one brake caliper working on this car just to get it around the driveway and stuff like that, because that's how much I hated doing brakes. But they're all set and ready to go. So we're gonna go take it for our first test drive in this video. I just plumbed the radiator, got all the coolant in, bled my clutch one more time. I got all the brake lines all routed. My Wilwood setup over here is all set. Wires are all over, but everything's good. The thing fires right up now. Again, I adjusted the shift linkage. We got it going into all gears now, which is great. However, my clutch, I'm pumping and pumping and pumping, and then it would start to catch, and then I would lose the clutch. And I found out that the through bolt here had like a little bit of a gnarled edge on it. So I just gave it a quick file. I put some new crush washers in there. It's actually the thread stripped out in this master here. So I put a new one in and just bled that. It took a while to bleed, but we got that all set. Everything's shifting good. It's feeling real nice. This is the old one. Just some, a little bit of so-so threads in there. So I didn't want to run it. But yeah, let's go take this for another rip. Well, the cop was waiting for me when I got back into my street area. Hasn't pulled in the driveway yet. I wasn't gonna not drive by him. He knew exactly what I was doing, so I'm hoping that I have some luck today. I'll put it away for the rest of the day, because we're not 100% legal right now, so I got to get all that figured out tomorrow. Hopefully I can have this thing all set. There he goes. Oh, I got lucky today, boys. We got real lucky. Was that the okay to go again? Was that the drive-by? Just to let me know I can go take it for another quick ripper down the street? I'm not gonna push my luck. I'm not gonna push it. Oh man, but that feels so good. This is something I've waited for a really long time, to have like a normal cruise, test it out. I'm getting some kind of clicking up front. Got to figure that out. Sounds possibly transmission related. Could be my axles, not really sure, but I've only ever basically started this thing, let it warm up, and just done burnouts in it. So it probably needs some attention down under. But man, that feels good, you guys. All right, guys, that's the end of this episode. I've been slacking on you guys, and I really wanted to get this episode out. There's a huge hang up with the brake calipers. I know I keep going on and on about the brake calipers, but it's been very frustrating for me. I ordered the Grilling 60 front calipers. I had to order one from one company, one from another company, and because nobody had them in stock, so I can only order one left side, one right side. I ordered both of them from one of my local auto parts stores, and they sent me two lefts, which was very frustrating. And that I got them home and I didn't even realize they were Grilling 54s, not Grilling 60s. So I sent them back and they were giving me a hard time saying that they sent me a left and a right. And I'm like, bro, it was like a whole deal. So then finally I ordered them online. And then online, I could only order one from one company, one from a different company. One, it was cheaper for 2-day shipping than it was for 5-day shipping. So I just ordered it 2-day shipping, but the other one was 2 weeks out. So I get the first caliper in. It said it was going to be a fully loaded caliper, but it didn't come with the bracket to mount it to the car. It just came with the naked bracket, the naked caliper. So I call them back up and I'm like going through the whole process and they're like, yeah, it's supposed to come fully loaded. What's up with that? And I'm like, I don't know. It didn't come with it. So like, okay, you can send it back. They're going to charge me to send it back. I would have to pay for shipping and a restocking fee, which is very frustrating. So I was fighting them on that. And then finally I get, after phone call and emails and back and forth and sending pictures to them of what came in the box and all this, they said, oh, it was our bad. It was 2 weeks out. And then finally I get the other caliper in, and all the while just to find out that the Grilling 60 calipers do work with a 15-inch wheel, but they don't work with my 15-inch BBSs on it because of the offsets on my car. It's got a bigger lip on the front of this wheel, so I wasn't even able to run the calipers in the first place, which is so frustrating. And I was really, thinking I was going to be able to make out with these 2-piston big brake kit OEM plus kind of a setup, but I wasn't able to, so super bummer. But anyways, I ran the Grilling 54s, which is basically a Mark III front caliper on this car versus the Audi 4000 front caliper. I may still run them, the Grilling 60s with a different set of wheels. I don't know. We'll see in the future. But for now, the car runs and drives and stops. I just have to figure out what's going on with the front of this car, why it's clicking so bad. I'm pretty sure it's the axles. I mean, what else could it be? So next episode, we're going to dive into that and fix that issue. And I'm pretty sure I got a wild idea on how to fix it. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to start the next episode today. And I really want to get back to pumping these videos out for you guys because it's fun for me, keeps me motivated, and keeps me in the garage. And I think that, some of you guys like it. So until the next one, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.